we're going to kick things off with trade of the day inside of True Trading Group. Not 100, but 200% gain on put options on Alphabet. Just an unbelievable trade, an absolute home run for one of our mods and some members inside of True Trading Group. And to help me walk through this trade and to, talk through the analysis and to analyze the setup and tell you guys about the entire trade, we're going to bring on one of our TTG Pro Trading mods. So with that, fam, give a big TTG Ayo to Shy. There she is. What's going on? I don't hear her. Can everybody else?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now I can. Now I can hear you. Perfect. Okay. I thought maybe it was on my end.
No.
Yes, we can hear you. Shy, how are you?
I'm good.
I'm sure you're feeling better. I'm sure you're feeling better today.
I am feeling better today.
I'm glad you're feeling better today. This is a fantastic trade. Just an unbelievable trade. Kind of talk us through it. Trade of the day. Hands down, not even close. Trade of the day today inside of chat. So kind of talk us through the setup. Right? Like what was the setup that you saw? And then let's go through the actual trade and the execution.
Yeah. So all of my trades start pre-market. So pre-market, I go kind of through my watch list and I'm looking for relative weakness and relative strength. And when the SPY was down, I think like 0.2%, Google was down 1.2%. So that was telling me that it was relatively weak. And then, so that's kind of what put it on my radar, on my watch list. I moved it to the top and said, I just want to take a look at it and see if it's going to remain weak, because when you can identify like pre-market relative weakness and relative strength, then it's just an easier trade because you catch the momentum that the stock already wants to go from pre-market. So off the bell, my level was 122. I'm just pulling up my charts 1 second. So I had a level of 122. Mm-hmm. But you had the previous day's close sitting at about 122.50. So essentially I was risking 50 cents to make like
I don't know, to make a lot. I don't know.
to make a lot, right? But the first take would have been like at the lower day, so which is like 120, right around 120-ish. So that risk reward already was just right there. Well, we got up off the bell, we kind of pushed through a little bit. But the market was strong. So the market was strong off the bell. I'm watching Google, but we get to that 122 area. And if you see that topping tail we put in, up there, now I'm really watching it.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like 122.50, 122.60.
Yeah. So like now I'm watching it and I'm trying to see if we're going to reject from this area. And you also have the previous day's close kind of sitting up there as well. Yep. So I'm kind of seeing like, if we reject from this area, then I'm just going to put my stop right around that 123 area. And again, you're risking like 50 cents, right? So the risk reward was there. And then all of a sudden, we just got this volume that just came in. So on that long red candle is where I entered the trade. I alerted the 121 puts for this week. I normally trade the weekly options. And because I do that, I typically go with contracts that are in the money or like right at the money, because I'm trying to get that. The higher the delta, the more we get paid. So I entered that trade at 10:13, 121 puts for $1.12. That's what I alerted. And then this thing just rolled over.
Man. Yeah. Just absolutely fell apart.
Yeah, those contracts, my last take was at 12.55 for 310, so almost 200%.
Just I think some members caught him though.
Yeah. I mean, because some of them went for the 120s. I went for the 121. But just to give you the take profits, I did take some off at 1031 at 120. That was only one contract just because the market started doing something weird. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but the bid was higher than the ask, and it was just wonky to me.
Yeah,
so,
that was pretty weird. A bunch of people saw that.
I just wanted to make sure I could still sell the contracts if I needed to.
Right.
And then at 10:34, I sold some at 140. At 11:22, I sold some at 180. At 12:11, sold some at 205. And then 12:20, 230. That was the 100%. And then at 12:55, I just was like holding on. Like, I'm just going to ride this thing down, use the trade line pretty much as my stop. Sold some at 310. I'm still in a very small piece of it, trying to see if we get down and touch that 50-day moving average.
I love it.
Right around 160.
I love it.
And, it's interesting because I think you mentioned Google a lot before, like that 123 area,
Mhm,
and then we
mhm.
broke beneath it and went back and couldn't quite get above it. And like it was just for me, it was just relatively weak today, this morning.
Yeah. And it's felt like that too, honestly. Like for the last couple of weeks, like when you look at all the stocks that went crazy with AI,
Yeah.
Google's lagged. Like it's lagged AMD, it's lagged Microsoft, it's lagged Meta, it's lagged Nvidia, it's lagged Broadcom, it's lagged ASML, it's lagged Adobe. I mean, it's lagged
It's been the
all.
weakest stock out of
Yeah.
all the big name tech. I've tried to short this thing like down. I've shorted it down to 123, hoping that that level would break before, but the level held, right? So one piece of profit and then it's over, right? So now you get this push, like when you break beneath a key support level like that, then you expect that level to become resistance automatically. I mean, I kind of been stalking this thing for the past 2 weeks, on it, off it, on it, off it. And today was it was Google's day.
Yeah. Very nicely done. Great trade. Beautiful entry. It was a patient entry, and I think that was, it's patient. It was a patient because you could have stepped in. You could have stepped in, some
Right.
traders would have stepped in here and then got stopped out, and then you see the thing kind of like roll it after that. But a really nice, beautiful patient entry, kind of trusting the levels up there. And then you got the entry, then the stock just rolled, and it's not a surprise. You get a pullback day in the market. Alphabet's been relatively weak compared to the other areas of tech. As soon as the markets actually start really giving you pullbacks, the stocks are moving to the downside. And I like the idea that you've got still a piece of the position on as you're looking at this 50-day moving average. That 50-day puts you down around like 117.
Yeah.
So, if you can catch another $2 of downside, that's going to be even better, on the, you said nearly 200%. You got a contract left that's just a rider. And if you get down to 117, man, that's going to be a monster.